Hello. Hey. Okay. Hi, everybody. Well, thanks for jumping on and joining me. Obviously, I was looking forward to doing some yoga outside, but we did Monday night and Wednesday night classes outside, and they were fantastic, and it was so nice to see everybody, and I look forward to keeping it up as much as possible. So just make sure you check our new schedule. It's posted right here on Instagram. Just look at our feed. You'll find it, and everything should be updated on our website by the end of today, if not already. So new things for you to see there if you haven't seen already. But anytime that the weather does this, of course, we'll do this. So thanks for being here. Welcome to Thursday night. Candlelight, happy hour flow, whatever you want to call it. If you want to pour yourself a cocktail, fantastic. Otherwise, make sure you've got at least a little water nearby. It is still plenty warm outside, and it's important to stay hydrated. Yay. And anything else that you might need or want for your practice tonight, make sure you just take a moment to close your eyes and be happy and grateful for your space. Happy and grateful to be on your mat, to have this time to practice. And then pick your favorite comfortable place to begin. I'm going to let you choose where you want to start tonight. I'm just going to begin in a seat. That sounds kind of nice to me, but child's pose, lying on your back, lying on your belly, maybe just a comfortable forward fold. I know some of my hip friends like to start in pigeon every now and again, so if you're one of those people, go right ahead. We will get one later too, so don't worry. So I'll give you another moment or two just to settle in here. Trust your instincts. Don't think too hard about it. Just find a place that feels good, that feels comfortable. Let the eyes close. Let the body start to soften. Slow down your breathing. Take a few moments to simply enjoy the process of letting go of the outside world, letting go of whatever is happening outside of the four corners of your mat. And just know this. You don't have to let go of those things forever. It's not that they are no longer important. Certainly they are. But for now, just give yourself a little break. A little break from what's going on around you so that you can focus on what's going on inside. Inside your mind, inside your body. Your thoughts begin to slow themselves down as well. Maybe they even begin to just simply pass you by. Use this opportunity to practice non-attachment, to be able to experience a feeling, a sensation, a thought, acknowledge it, and then offer it up and let it go. Notice if just thinking about that makes you a little bit tense. Did your shoulders rise up towards your ears? Let them soften. Did you get a little bit tight in your jaw? Are your teeth clenching? Are you pushing your tongue into the roof of your mouth? Let all of that relax. Try to let your body feel heavy. Grounded. Rooted. Take a moment now to just simply scan through from the top of your head to the tips of your toes and notice what you feel. Where do you feel it? If you started your practice in some kind of bilateral posture, pose that has two sides, now would be a good time to switch. And as you continue feeling your way through the body, continue as well to focus on the breath. Let each inhale be an invitation to open up, to lengthen, soften. Each exhalation, an opportunity to sink a little deeper, relax a little more. Wherever you are, stay right there for about 5 or 6 more slow, smooth, steady cycles of breath. In, out, fill up completely, chest and belly. Exhale entirely. All of your breath go. Three more times. Cycle through. Inhale. Make these last few breaths deeper now if it's possible. Don't be afraid to exhale out your mouth, especially when it's really warm like this. It's okay. If you want to keep building heat from the inside out, then take your inhales and exhales through your nose as often as possible. Otherwise, cooling exhale through the mouth whenever it seems appropriate. One more time. And on this exhalation, you're going to let your eyes start to flutter open. Let your fingers and toes begin to wiggle, no matter where you're at. Whichever pose you started in, begin to make some little movements that make sense. Depending on how your body's positioned, different things are going to feel different, and absolutely each of us feels different in our own bodies, moment to moment, day to day. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. This is meant to feel good, right? Yoga is meant to inspire you, to give you a taste of something joyful. So keep moving around a little bit, and then eventually you can work your way up, find yourself in a seat, and join me here. And I'm just going to start with some slow, simple circles around. In the Kundalini tradition, this is called Sufi rolling. Vinyasa tradition, we don't really have a name for this. Spinal rolling, probably. To just rotating around between two sits bones, your pelvic bone and tailbone, create a little orbit. And it doesn't matter which way you go, just start to roll around. And then as you get moving, notice how you can push your spine around that circle as well. Pull your heart center forward. Exhale, round the back. So that eventually it's going to start feeling a little bit like cat and cow. And I know, everybody gets sick of cat and cow. Believe you me, as a yoga teacher, I'm sick to death of teaching cat and cow. So it's fun to find some other ways to experience that spinal flexion, right? All right, slow down wherever you are, and then just hit the reverse button, other way around. Remember, you're keeping those 4 points like the shape of a diamond on the floor. Pelvic bone, tailbone, two sits bones. If you can't do it physically, energetically, try to see that in your mind's eye and just rotate around. And then if you can see that little diagram in your brain right now, you've got the shape of a diamond. If you were to color in that diamond, right? If you were to shade it in the middle, that space is what we're talking about when we say Mula Bandha, right? That mood block that pulls up from the very base of the body. All those tiny muscles engage, and then further up from there, drawing in slightly below and behind the navel, Uddiyana Bandha. Feel your core start to come to life. Might even begin to feel a little bit warm in your hips, your low belly, your low back. Good. Make your circle slightly bigger, and we'll go 3 more times around. Exhale the back. Inhale around the front. Exhale, send it around. Inhale. One more time. Slow motion if you want. Slower you go, the more there is to feel. Good, and then just pause. Get yourself grounded once again. Take your arms up and overhead when you're ready with me. Let's just gather the palms right there. Good, interlock the fingers, flip your hands inside out and press them back up. Lean to your right slightly. Stretch down, left side body. If you want to bend your right elbow, you can pull into a little bit deeper shoulder stretch, and then if you lift your head and press your head back into your left arm, you can deepen that stretch. Remember, deepening a pose does not always necessarily mean that you are going to find some joy there. Sometimes we feel like we have to go deeper, and then what we really do is just create more unwanted and unneeded intensity, right? Life is intense enough these days, so you don't need to let that creep into your yoga practice as well. Arms come up, inhale. You might feel the heat in that left shoulder as your fresh blood goes rushing back through. We'll lean the other way. You can lift your chin a little bit, maybe even look to the right. Bend the left elbow, this is just optional. And press the back of your head gently into your right forearm. Three. I went for for a really big swim yesterday, and I haven't swam obviously yet this year. And I mean like really swam. And oh my goodness, this feels really good. You forget how much you use your shoulders when you swim, right? Inhale up nice and tall. One more time, we'll bring those hands around. Take them behind your back, lock them together. Open up your heart center, lift your chin, breathe in. And then just down to a comfortable, easy forward fold, as far as it feels good to you. We'll bring it back up nice and slow. And then let it go. Come on out to your hands and knees. We're just gonna sink back into a child's pose for a moment to get a taste of what's happening in the hips tonight. So as you come through, you take your knees maybe wider than you usually would go, and big toes swing together as you push your hips back towards your heels, and then nestle your chest and your belly down nice and close to the ground. Same with your forehead. Pause right here. 5 full breaths. See if you can get your back to rise and fall. And then when you're ready, inhale, draw yourself back up. Listen close. You're just gonna start to pull your body up from child's pose. Walk your hands maybe a step or two forward, but you might not even need to adjust. You're gonna keep pulling, and at some point you're gonna have to lift your toes. They can stay touching each other. Your legs are gonna look, again, kind of like the shape of a diamond behind you. And then let your hip bones pull all the way forward. Like a soft, kind of lazy up dog feeling here. Yeah, twist your shoulders a little bit, twist your hips. So on a night like tonight, I so badly wish you guys were here, and I wish that we had just a killer soundtrack going, but you know, Instagram has kind of shut down, put the kibosh on the tunes. So I hope you have some killer tunes going, and if you need some inspiration, just follow us on Spotify, follow the Northeast Yoga. I'm still making playlists all the time, even though I have no one to play them for just yet, but someday soon, you'll get them all. Okay, exhale back, push your tailbone towards your heels, go all the way to that child's pose. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, draw forward. Drop your belly, lift your chin. Take your head back like you're gonna try to touch the crown of your head to your toes. Exhale, hips to heels. Few more. Keep it going. Now connect your breath and try to make your movements smoother. No space between the inhales and exhales, no space between the movements. Just let them flow. That's the definition of flowing in a yoga class, right? Try to take out the spaces between. One more time, bring it all the way out. Stay with me here, stay with me here. Hips drop. Now you're just gonna let your legs unfurl behind you. Stretch them out. Wide to the edges of your mat. Again, you can kind of twist your hips and your shoulders around, stretch into your upper back. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes. If you need your knees, use them. If you don't, pick up your kneecaps. Remember where your bandhas are, draw them in, and lift all the way back to a wide leg down dog. Step your hands in a tad if you need, but leave your feet out nice and wide. And then you can keep walking your hands in a little bit more until your heels can get all the way down to the ground, and let your chest just hang there. Good. So you're a little bit further out than you would be in a forward fold, but you're not quite as far out as you would be in down dog, somewhere in between. Turn your gaze to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. Look back through your legs one more time, and now keep walking your hands all the way back towards your feet. You're going to end up at the back of your mat. Walk your hands around to the right. Inhale, lengthen a little bit, lift your chest. On your exhale, try to touch your forehead toward your right shin. Back through center, inhale. Over to the left. Again, you're diving toward the left shin. If you don't make it there, that's okay. It's just the intention, get you moving in the right direction. Back to the middle. Exhale completely. Make sure your feet are firmly grounded. All 10 toes are rooted. Hands come to your hips. Micro bend the knees on this first one, just to make sure you feel good as you roll all the way up to stand tall. Good. And then once you're up, move your hips around a little bit. Maybe even just swing your arms loose from your sides. Keep those feet out nice and wide. You can bring one arm up and over, a little bit deeper side body stretch. Don't be afraid to bend one or both knees. And switch it through the middle, other way around. Back to center. Find your hands behind your back once more. You want to try your second side grip here. Go ahead. Put your other thumb on top. Lift your heart. Lighten. Take it down on your exhale. Prasarita Paduttanasana. Wide leg full with the hands bound. Padahasana. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands down and inhale, lengthen as you gaze forward toward me. Walk it all the way out to a high plank. Good. Feet are still wide. Stay with me here at the top of a push-up. If you can, try to lift your right toes without shifting your weight to the left. There. That's core strength, right? That's what it feels like to engage. Everything on the front, back, and sides of your body. Set your right toes down. Try to lift your left foot without shifting your weight at all to the right. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Both feet down. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. All right, that was our warm-up. We're going to slide the legs back together a little closer now. Inhale, cobra pose. First one, just come up a little bit. Notice how much strength it takes to do this posture. Right? This always gets called the modification for up dog, but really this is much harder than upward facing dog, and certainly will make you a lot stronger. So don't be afraid to opt for cobra from time to time. Slide your hands back a few more inches. Inhale, press up again. Start to go for straight arms, but don't take your hips off the ground. Everything below your belly button still down. This is what's known as king cobra pose. Can be a little bit tough on the low back, so you see what you think about it. Feels pretty good to me tonight. Exhale all the way down. Can you slide your fingertips back just another centimeter or so? Now inhale, here we go. Press into your palms, lift. Everything except your palms and the tops of your feet is off the mat for an up dog. Much more of a full back bend. Good. Use your knees or flip your toes and take it back. Downward facing dog. Now just a standard down dog here. Give that a breath or two. All right. We're going to start flowing down a little bit quicker. Gaze forward. Step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Half lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, fold. Reverse and rise. Bring it up to the top. At the top of your mat, grab your left wrist. Side stretch to your right. Pull and squeeze. So I did get a request for some side body lengthening. If you haven't picked up on it yet, It's gonna make its way into our movements quite a bit tonight. Take it back up, open your heart, breathe. Exhale, fold, all the way down. Half lift and lengthen, listen, new pose. Pick up your left foot, swing it and cross it behind your right. Exhale, fold in again, a little bit bigger hamstring stretch. Stay right there, move your left hand to the middle of your mat. Try to take a little twist here as well. That's gonna feel kind of awkward, and it's supposed to. Try to press down through all 10 toes. Tricky pose, right? Hands on the mat. Inhale, uncross that left foot from behind and just extend it up into the air for a moment. Okay, standing split. Don't have to kick very high here. It should actually be a closed hip pose, meaning that all 5 of your left toes are pointing down, not out. Crown of the head, reaching toward the ground. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen, look out again a little bit. Now you're gonna take a big step back. Left foot finds its way down behind you, and you can make any lunge you'd like. You feel like you wanna start down here a little bit lower, start a little bit lower. If you wanna bring it up a little higher, bring it up a little higher. Good, breathe, breathe, breathe. Anjaneyasana. Sweep your hands back as you exhale. Draw your heart forward. Shoulder blades pull together. Low belly muscles pull in. 3, 2, now listen close. Everybody's gonna drop to the back knee, arms come back up. If you're already there, you just join us right here. Deep breath in, right hand drops. Maybe it touches the ground, maybe not. If not, you're just gonna let it kind of hang out here, like you're reaching for something off in the distance. If your fingertips touch, really work the side body stretch on the left. From those frontal hip bone flexors all the way down, the patellar tendon, that's that sensation you feel split right down your left thigh there. 2, and 1, and then just swing your chest down, hands on the ground, pause here, lean a little bit into your front thigh. Exhale, press your hips back, flex your front toes for a moment, quick hamstring stretch. All right, Hanumanasana. Earlier in the week I taught a class that was all Hanuman salutes. If you remember, if you were there, Hanuman is a really brave character, and so he's been on my mind a lot lately. I've been trying to sneak him in to all of my practices, just for a little bit of inspiration. Shift it forward once again. Plant your hands. High to low, chaturanga, or if you want, you can just meet me in plank. Instead of a vinyasa, maybe you try to lift your left foot, or maybe you try to lift a hand, again without shifting any weight to the other side. Just playing a little bit here with some core strengthening elements, with some balance work. You can do a little of that and still take a vinyasa if you want, and we meet in downward facing dog. Big breath out. All right, from your down dog, step your feet out wide. Wider or as wide as the edge of your mat, and begin to walk your hands all the way to the back. Exhale. And walk them over to the left first this time, lengthen. Fold a little deeper. Inhale, swing it around, walk it to the right. Forehead toward the right chin. Back to the middle. Exhale here. Hands to your hips, roll it up. Loosen up those knees and tap. Good. When you get all the way up to stand tall, maybe you take a pretty big back bend now. If it feels good, bend the knees slightly. Keep your hands right there on the top of your hips and your glutes for support. And just lean back and open up. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale is going to bring you right back down. Hands don't leave those hips. Just right back to the mat and fold over your fingertips. Now release. Inhale, look forward. Walk it out. Keep your feet nice and wide. Stay with me here. Good. This time we're going to swivel the hips to the left. Notice that you're going to end up on the edges of your feet here. It's like side plank, but with your legs split apart a little bit. Try to take your right arm up. If that's a little too much for you, or the shoulder's just not having it, put your left knee down and do it just like that. Basically a modified variation of side plank pose. Roll it the other way. Twist the heels to the right, push and lift. 3. So lots of strengthening and stretching of the side body tonight. 2 and 1. We come back to the middle, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. You can keep your feet where they're at or zip them up a little closer, whichever you like. Inhale, cobra first. Little one. There's the exhale to bring you down. Second version, king cobra. Up a little higher, stretching deeper. Exhale, relax it down. One last time, push to a full up dog or just repeat either cobra or king cobra. From your knees or tuck your toes back to downward facing dog. Gaze forward, step, walk, or hop to the top. Lengthen and lift. Exhale, fold deeper. Reverse and rise. Good. Get to the top, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Pull and stretch. Really give your hips a pretty decent push to the right. And then we'll take it through and do it the other way. So just because we're moving a little slower tonight doesn't necessarily mean things get easier, right? Sometimes it's a tad bit more challenging to slow things down. Stay with the pose and really feel it. After your back bend, join me back down in a forward fold. Half lift here. Length. Good. Pick up your right foot, swing it all the way around behind. Ankles cross. Exhale, fold. What's going on in the back of your neck? Can you loosen that up a little bit, make it a little longer? And right hand moves in a tad. You're going to try to twist here. Remember, this is going to take some strength and determination. It's a pretty awkward posture. You're going to feel all of your stabilizer muscles start working. Right? They're all trying to figure out what to do here to keep you from falling over. And that's where you're getting stronger. 2 and 1. Both hands back to the ground. Half lift again. And we'll uncross that back foot. Lift it up. Dive in for slightly deeper. Standing split. All 5 of your right toes point down, not out, right? That's a closed hip. And then you can watch those toes as they start to descend, and you'll step all the way to the back of your mat and find your lunge. High or low, that's up to you. Take it up, Anjaneyasana. Sweep the hands in either variation, bring your chest forward. Shoulder blades together like a bolt of lightning here. Be strong, breathe deep. 2, 1, set that back knee down. If you're not already on it, bring your arms up or lean into the left. If the fingertips touch the ground, fantastic. If not, there we go. If not, don't worry too much about it. Really open up the right side. Oh. Keep leaning slightly forward. so that you get that deep inner crease of the hip to start coming to life. Good. Swing your heart center down and plant your hands. Pause here for a moment. The whole left side of your chest and belly is pressing into your left thigh. I want to get some compression there. Do a little bit of detoxing. Then push your hips back, flex your toes. Inhale for length and exhale, we'll fold deeper. Stay with that Hanuman stretch for 3, 2, 1. Gaze forward, shift your weight. From there, plant your hands. You can take it high to low. You can find a plank with me. Stay put. Maybe you want to do, again, just a little bit of balance challenge. Trying to lift one foot, trying to lift one hand, or maybe you try to lift one foot and one hand. Oh my goodness. And the other side. Again, you'll find out a lot about where the imbalances are in your body with that kind of work. If you want a vinyasa, get one of those in here as well. And then this time when you hit your downward facing dog, go ahead, drop it to your knees, either into child's pose, or if you're a little too warm, or there's just a pool of sweat pouring down your face like there is mine right now, whew, then stay up and sit in hero. Just keep your chest up so that you can breathe. Couple big exhales out the mouth. You're a little bit warm. A little bit of humidity can really work some wonders for your practice. You know, it does really help to kind of loosen you up, but doesn't take much to get warm, right? Okay, it's not going to get any more complicated than that tonight, my friends, but we are going to flow it through just one more time. We'll start moving a little bit quicker with the breath. You're always welcome to move at your own pace. Before we do, if you're down in child's pose, come on up, just sit back into hero with us for a moment. Virasana, hips perched on top of the heels, your toes are untucked. You're on the tops of your feet. That's a nice stretch for your ankles there. Good. We'll bring the arms up and over. Finding ragdoll above your head. That's opposite elbows or forearms. And then just pull back a little bit. Arch through the spine. Good. Straighten back up to neutral. And again, right side lean. Now you can pull further into that left shoulder. Remember how you use the back of your head to make some extra intensity and leverage if and only if you need it. These shoulder openers are purely selfish for me tonight. They were my special request. Come back through center, inhale. Good, switcheroo on the arms. Take it the other way. Let it go, hands around behind your back one more time. Open your heart. Let's put our belly right down on our thighs, forehead or crown of the head on the ground. That's your choice. And if you want to lift your hips up a little bit and stretch further into variation of rabbit pose, Shasana, or just stay in child's pose with the hands bound, Baddhasta Balasana, and release. Use your core muscles. Bum to engage as you rise. And then release. All right, friends. We're flowing through one timer and simplify things a little bit. Before you know it, you'll be in that pigeon and then in Shavasana. So let's do it. Out to hands and knees, just starting from downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high. Big breath in. Good, we'll take it right to the top of the mat. Step, hop, walk, or float and lengthen when you get there. A little bit deeper on the breath out. All the way up on your inhale here. Grab your left wrist, listen close. Cross your left foot now. And stretch. So my left ankle is behind my right. Back through center. Switch the grip of your hands. Push the other way. Stretch the right side. Notice if your feet are gripping the mat for dear life. All your toes are curled up. Try to relax a little bit. And back through the middle. Good. Take a big dive down. Keep your legs crossed. Half lift and lengthen. You want a little bit more? Walk your hands along to the edge of the right side of your mat and then fold in. You're going to bring that all the way down your IT band on the left side. If you still like that twist, you can bring the right arm up here as well. Otherwise, keep the hands on the ground and then release. We go back to the middle. Inhale, lift your back foot up. Left foot goes high. Exhale, fold into your standing split. Inhale, lift again. Listen, option to lift the left arm. Now you can open those hips, turn your toes to the side and make a half moon if you want to. If you don't want to, stay in standing split. One big breath in. Exhale both hands to the ground, and on that same breath, you're going to step back. Make sure you're grounded in your lunge before you rise. Inhale, it's high or low, Anjane. Hands sweep back on the exhale. 2 more times like that. Arms come up. Exhale, kind of feels nice to feel that air moving on your skin if you're warm, right? 1 more time. Sweep it. Take it up, inhale. Lower to the knee if you need to. On your exhale, let your right hand fall. Side stretch on the left. Swing the chest out. Deep breath in. Push the hips back. Flex the toes toward the nose. Exhale, forehead or chin towards your shin. Gaze moves forward and you follow. High to low, or maybe you want to do a couple of those side planks again here. Any of the balancing challenge combinations. You don't want to do any of that stuff? No problem. Take it halfway or all the way down. Pick any of those 3 back bends we've been working with tonight. And that'll get you back to down dog. We got 1 side to go. Let's flow to the top, lengthen. When you get there, exhale, fold. We come up, big breath in. Okay, grab your left wrist, right foot goes behind. Take a moment, get your feet set. Make sure you're steady and sturdy, pull. Stretch the left side. Back to the middle. Are you breathing? Yes is the answer, right? Stretch the other way. Come on, back up. Maybe a little hard stretch there. Hands dive down. You keep the legs crossed. Might need to soften the knees a little bit. Hold in for a moment. Then lengthen. Walk your hands to the left edge. Press down through the feet. Fold further. Big IT band stretch right there. You can also try to take your left arm up. Funky twist. And release. We go back to the middle. Inhale, gaze out. Same time you lift your back foot up. Start right there. 5 toes point down and fold in. That's a standing split. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. It's the Sanskrit name of that pose. Inhale. Now you can do that pose again, or you can turn the toes open now. Bring the right arm up. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 2. We just slowed these down for a bonus breath or 2 because they're new poses technically. Hands back to the mat, big step back. Find the lunge you want to work with. Ground down to rise up. Arms overhead. 3 times, let's swing it. 1. Inhale. Find some movement in your spine. 2. Good, feel the movement of air on your skin. It's nice and cooling. 1 more. Arms come up. Lower to your back knee. Drop your left hand and stretch deeply on the right side. Circle the heart center down, plant your hands. Pause there, and then inhale, hips back. Flex the toes. Dive down on the breath out. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, guess what? Shift forward. This is your final vinyasa if you want it, or any other core strengthening you want to do. Now's the time. Maybe couple knees to those elbows real quick. Never get enough of that, right? When you're happy and you're satisfied and you're done working, good. Pick which leg you want to start your pigeon and draw that knee forward on your mat. If you like doing pigeon on your back instead, you can lie down on your back, cross your legs into figure 4. I'll show you how to do that in a moment if you don't know how. Pigeons. Draw that opposite hip bone forward a little bit. Stack up 2 collarbones over 2 hip bones before you fold forward. And then when you do fold forward, ask yourself, what no longer needs to work? And whatever the answer is, get soft right there. And then allow yourself to just go back to that place of letting go, not getting attached to any particular thought or sensation. Just continue to let them pass you by. You need a quick demo of how to do this one on your back. You just lie down and you cross one ankle over the opposite knee. You can pick your bottom foot up off the ground if you want to, and you can also lace your arms right through that little triangle you've created around the back side of your bottom thigh, and then try to relax your upper body. Okay, stay right there and breathe. Either variation, I'm going to give it a few more breaths. Lift up and switch, or if you're on your back, you just exchange one leg for the other. Coming into the other side. Get a good setup. Once you've got the stira, the steadiness of a pose, then you go searching for the sukha. That's when you look for the ease of the posture, right? And the challenge is to find the balance between the two. And that goes for every single posture, every single pranayama, every single thing that we do with our bodies in the effort of yoga, right? Of this quest for finding some balance in life. The ideas, as complicated as people want to make it, but really it's pretty simple. And the more often that you can feel that balance and find that balance in your own body, the better you get at it, the better you can get there quicker. You notice that as time goes on, if you have a pretty sustained physical yoga practice, it doesn't take quite as long for your body to open up to things. You know, your practice comes to you a little bit quicker. And the big idea is that if you do that enough in your body, it starts to happen in your brain. That you become more open-minded, right? That it doesn't take you so long to be affected, doesn't take you so long to let go. It just opens up for you, right? You become more aware, more mindful, more compassionate. All of these things you find out about yourself first, and then it's so much easier to see them unfold in your own life. So when you practice yoga, you're not just doing it for you. You're doing it for the people around you, for the world around you. That's what makes it different than just stretching, right? Somebody asked me that the other day, and I hadn't had that question in a while. What's different between yoga and just stretching? It's like, well, depends on how deep you want to get into it, right? Okay, if you're happy and satisfied with this side of your pigeon, you can slowly start to make your way out and just kind of swing around. Get your legs out front. If you need more time, take more time. If you're already on your back, stay put, because we're coming to find you in just a moment. Pigeons, probably gonna feel good to grab just a really quick little forward fold stretch. Get your spine back in to neutral, and then roll it down onto your back. We are gonna end very simply here. I'm just gonna roll it down. As you're coming onto the mat and lying down your back nice and flat, you're also gonna bring your right knee to your chest. Give that baby a good squeeze. Take it across your body and make a gentle twist. If you like twisting, you can find the class I taught earlier this morning right here in our Instagram feed, or it's on YouTube if you'd rather. I know that most people would rather look at a television than have to look at their phone or their computer any longer by the time they're at the end of the day. This morning's class was like all twisting. That's all we did was twist. So it's available to you anytime you want. Make sure you look that one up. It's a good one. Release. As you come onto your back, right knee gets one more squeeze, and then extend the leg up toward the sky. If you feel like you want to lift and stretch toward it one last time, go right ahead, and then let it just fall softly, gently to the mat. Left knee comes in, flatten the spine. Push each and every vertebra down as you pull the knee in. Flushing out the left side body here. Bring your knee across for a twist. Okay, unwind. Flat on your back, extend the left leg straight up toward the sky. If you want to lift up for one final exhale of effort, there it is. And then as you release, you let that left leg down. You let your arms relax. Wiggle out your body a little bit. Get those shoulder blades untucked. Big inhale. And then sigh it out. Let it go. Melt into your Shavasana. Please continue to rest right where you are. Do not move a muscle. Stay there and relax for as long as you have the time tonight. Let every vibration, pulsation move through your body. Enjoy it. You worked hard for this moment. So let yourself absorb it fully. Mind and body. I thank you for hopping on tonight. I thank those of you who are still buying passes and making donations. You mean the world to me, and you mean the world to the studio. You are, in fact, what's keeping us alive. If you need those donation digits again, I will post them in our Instagram story after class. If you just need to take class tonight and you can't make a donation, that's okay too. And if nobody told you today, I love you, I think you're perfect, I think you're strong, and I'm so happy that you're practicing yoga. Be proud of yourself. I'll see you very soon. Have a wonderful evening. We're back in the morning for 10 a.m., so I'll see you then. Namaste.